I am just about to go for a run. So today is 13k intervals, speed session, and I think my last speed session was okay. No, that's a lie. Last speed session was too slow. So the Runner app has told me to slow down. So my marathon pace is probably back to where it was when I was training for Ibiza, so about 450, 455. And the last update was I got new trainers, the Puma ones, and yeah, they did not go down very well because I got blisters on both feet. And then I gave them to my mate Henry, and then he said he got blisters on his feet, but he's slightly more flat-footed, so I was hoping that would be a bit better for him. So I ordered these Sauconys, and yeah, these are the ones that I had for the Malaga Marathon last year. I don't know if you could even see them, to be fair, because the Osmo's on face tracking and I don't know how to take it off. So yeah, I ordered these, and lesson learned, definitely don't get, well, just stick to what you know and what you like, especially with running, because for me, I've always loved Saucony. Since I first started out, I've had one, two, so this is my fourth pair, I think. And the only reason I got the Pumas was because I've seen an influencer wearing them. And you should always get your gait tested, even though I've never got my gait tested. But yeah, stick to the trainers that you like. And these are quite good for training runs. And then I've got my elite ones for race day, but they're a bit knackered, so I'll probably have to get some more soon. But yeah, running's definitely the thing that I need to stay consistent with. This week it's my second run, which is good. Last week I only did one run. I'm going to do my 3 runs this week, and crack on. Right, I tell you one thing I am actually addicted to at the moment, which is these sourdough bagels. Exciting stuff. Yeah, from Sainsbury's. And one thing that I've been trying to do lately is reduce my bread intake. So by doing that, I used to have probably eggy bread in the morning and like a tuna sandwich and that kind of thing. So I'm trying to have 1 bagel per day, /2, depending if I'm exercising and running. And yeah, one thing that I like to do is have either eggs and avocado, which isn't that exciting, or, which is more exciting, honey, bagel and banana, which is unbelievable. If you haven't tried it before, highly recommend. With the bagel lightly toasted as well. Literally the best. I'm quite boring with my food though. I'd probably say I'm the same foods pretty much every day, just for a routine, so I know what I'm eating. Keep things nice and efficient, maybe we could say. Like overnight oats. I'll have like a protein smoothie, blend that in the Ninja. Then I'll have normally my eggs with my avocado on bagel. Then I'll have tuna and sweet potato. And then chicken or beef with quinoa. And if I'm running, I'll have potentially an extra bagel with my little banana and honey on. So yeah, exciting stuff. I would highly recommend you get them. They're unbelievable. So if you didn't know already, we actually have a content creation social media agency, which is the main part of our business at the moment, as well as AI. So if you haven't used Notion before, this is one thing that we use for all of our clients to add in all the content so they can leave it and approve it. So you can see here, we just basically built a custom social media calendar, because what we find is if you have a social media calendar on Meta, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, it's just super messy. And also all the other scheduling apps are really unreliable, what we find. And also if you schedule through them, a third party, you will not get as much reach as if you schedule it manually on each post. So yeah, that's what we find. Could be proven wrong, but yeah, that's what we do. So one thing that I would do is for your team, for your agency, whatever it be, build out a content calendar. And basically you can add it in here. You can add the caption, you can add the photos or videos, and you can change it here. So it's auto approved, need approval, editing's required, and approved. if they're auto approved in there. So basically you can have all the content in one place, give multiple people access, and let them kind of go from there. Because one thing that you want to do is make sure that all the content's approved before it goes out, because you don't want to post something that isn't approved from your manager, your client, and that kind of thing. We can leave feedback in there if you ever need any edits and that type of thing. So yeah, if you haven't used Notion, it's a really great tool to use to automate systems and processes. You can use it for social media, you can use it for leads, you can use it for literally anything you want, tasks. But yeah, this is one piece of software that I'd highly recommend any business owner to use if you want to streamline your processes and become more efficient. I'm super excited to go to Bali on the 3rd of July, so very, very soon. Never been before, so I'm excited, and I've been wanting to go for a long time. Probably since COVID, maybe. Probably seen it on like TikTok and that kind of thing. I see it on TikTok all the time now. So yeah, we're going to fly on the 3rd, get there on the 4th. I'm going to go for 3 weeks, and then we're going to go to, I believe, Canggu, Uluwatu, and Ubud, if I'm correct. So yeah, if you got any recommendations, let me know. It's the first time I've ever been to like a third world country, if that makes sense. So normally I'd go Europe or Dubai, when I was younger, America. So it's very, I don't know, modern places. Whereas, say, Bali is the first place that's probably not as developed. So it's going to be a bit eye-opening. So when I'm wanted to go, I think, oh, it's so cool, everybody loves it. The only things I'm not sure about is getting Bali belly, because even though everyone says they love it, everybody says they get Bali belly. And if they haven't, they say, oh, I'm so glad I didn't. So it's like a one-off if you don't get it. So it's rather unusual. And then also, it's just like the infrastructure, transport, that kind of thing, which is going to be very, very different. Apparently, you just get on the back of people's scooters and they take you around. And also how poor people are going to be. So like the wages and that kind of thing. Everyone, like all the staff and workers, and always looks super happy. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. But I am really looking forward to it. I didn't realise how far it is. It's like 20 hours. So you go London, Dubai, Bali. Whereas when we went to Australia in December and January, we went Manchester, Dubai, 7 hours, and then Dubai to Sydney, 12 hours, but with a 2-hour layover. So it's similar-ish time. So yeah, I didn't know how far it was until we actually looked into it. But it's going to be soon. So yeah, I am very excited. I've just gone to get a card for Claudia because she has just passed her first exams, her Pilates instructor course. So it was a theory test and a human movements test, and she was super stressed, thinking that she'd failed one of them by like 1 mark or a couple of marks. You need like 80% or something like that to pass. So we are going to celebrate and go to Keswick, go for a walk, go for some food. And I'm going to write her a card to say to Claudia. It says, congratulations, I'm super proud of you for passing your exams. You're going to be the best Pilates princess instructor in the world. I love you forever, Adam. So yeah, it's gonna be nice just to spend a day out in the sun, because when it's sunny, it's actually not that bad in the UK. Can't really complain. We're gonna make the most of it. We like going to Keswick, go for some food, go for a nice walk, have a little chat, and yeah, see what happens for the rest of the day. So hopefully she likes it.